Hello, hey everybody, and welcome. Welcome to everybody in the chat. Really great to see you there. Welcome to all the members of the channel as well. Thank you so much for your support. Good to see everyone. I'm Natalie, and this is Scientology Life After a Cult, where we talk about the Scientology news that has the internet buzzing. We also talk about my 35 years in Scientology, leaving with 3 generations of my family. And I also hop on somewhat randomly doing interviews with people in and around the community. So when you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well. So you hopefully get a notification when I go live, because I've got actually a few interviews coming up, hopefully today and also this week. Thank you so much to my mods. I do believe Nancy is here. If you have a question as we go along, be sure to put question in all caps and then have your question follow, and we'll do our best to get to as many of them as we can, because there will be a lot to talk about. Because we've got Jessica Palmadessa being assaulted by a Scientologist who then hides out and is harbored by Scientology. Much more protest news to go over as well. Grant Cardone is being called out on Matthew Cox on his channel. There's a whole video about him, so we have a lot to get into. Let's start with that little bit of Grant Cardone news. We have talked on this channel. Aaron at Growing Up in Scientology talks about Grant Cardone on his channel. He is high up on the Scientology bridge to total freedom. He is also one of the biggest contributors to Scientology. And we've often even talked about like his 10X community. He has multiple businesses, but people have often questioned, is it a cult? Is he creating Scientology 2.0? Because people have left his organization and we have gotten reports of behavior and activity similar to Scientology in terms of disconnection and some other things. And now Matthew Cox here on YouTube, he did a whole video, Grant Cardone, whistleblower, exposes company secrets and toxic culture, which is what we've been hearing about. Let's take a little look at this clip, and then we will go ahead and discuss it.
I ended up starting working for Grant in 2022.
He's constantly raising money to invest in his real estate ventures.
I don't think it's to invest, though, honestly.
I don't know that it is a Ponzi scheme. Just all of the signs seem like there's something wrong.
When you're in his presence, when you're in the office, you can tell something's off.
Do you think they fired them because they weren't able to raise the money, or because they want to not have anybody in the company that can say this isn't what happened?
The second I end up starting work.
The second. That makes sense. I did an interview maybe a month or so ago with a gentleman who left the Cardone organization, and that was pretty much his take on it. It's like he woke up one day and he realized that he was in a cult. And the more he found out about Scientology, he worked for Grant Cardone for, I think it was 3 years, and didn't even know he was a Scientologist, which is very interesting. Being that Scientologists, especially those at the upper levels, are supposed to be these recruiting machines, turning people on to Scientology, out there living their best life, being a good example of what it means to be a Scientologist. But we don't see that with him, but he does donate a ton of money to Scientology, and that is probably why. Now, Tory MAGOO 44, she was letting Osa know what the deal was. She really was. Tory MAGOO 44, you got to find her here on YouTube. She told Osa what's up. She just told them what's up as it relates to the story we've been covering about the help written in the window of the Scientology Sea Org building. Someone was then seen trying to scrape off the words help, but they were still visible. Then we saw a Scientology Sea Org member going out there and looking to make sure you couldn't see it anymore. But Tory is not going to let it go, and she tells him what's up, and this is great in true Tory MAGOO 44 style. Check her out.
Yes, an interesting night for sure. And Osa, I want you to know something, because I know you watch this. And I want you to realize, if there really is someone that is in one of those rooms that does need help, and you're ignoring it and distracting the police off of looking, that's on you. And it's going to be on you. And we have films of it. We have photographs of it. And so don't think you're just going to weasel out of this. Your days of weaseling out of things are over. And these, thanks to these live streamers, it's not going to work. You know, you have to realize you guys have to get it together. because whatever you've been doing, it's not working. I've told you that since the 90s when I was in. I said, you are creating your own enemies, but now you really are. And this kind of stuff, you know, it's tricky. Yeah, it's an interesting.
Yes, that's right. Call them out, Tory. Tell it like it is. Tell them like it is. She is so right. They create their own enemies. And we see it every day. Every day. They double down sometimes on creating enemies. I mean, case in point, William Good. Scientology audit Streets LA, going by Scientology because he was actually filming the police, and Scientology mouthed off more than one time. And now look, he is out to end Scientology. And let's be honest, I'm thankful that that happened. Because here we are now with these growing protests, and word is getting out, you guys. Let's talk about what happened with Jessica Palmadessa. Jessica Palmadessa is here on YouTube. Link down below to her full video. Check it out because there was a lot of action popping off. Let me tell you, there was. Let's pick it up so Jessica's outside a Scientology organization, and she's trying to put up a sign that says Scientology is a scam, and asking passerbyers to help her. And this one here that we're going to look at is a woman who's a Scientologist. Unfortunately, the clip was accidentally muted, but you can kind of get the idea by watching it. What happens is Jessica's got her sign. Lady's on her way to, I don't know, go do some Scientology, maybe spend some time in that sauna, taking dangerous levels of niacin. I don't know. Maybe she's there to do some auditing, possibly being delivered by a child. I don't know. Who knows? But what's funny to me is how long it takes her to realize what this sign says. You know, she's not really looking at it. She's just trying to be helpful. And you know what? Bless her heart for that. Bless her heart for that. But you can see it at that point. So it's like, well, let's put it up on the wall. Let's do this. And the lady still is not. And then she goes, wait, what? What? No. I can't be a part of this. But she still holds the sign. No, I'm off. I got to go. Scientology. I'm being paged by L. Ron Hubbard. I need to go. So that is, the first lady. And she just, okay, fine. She just walks away, right? She's like, yeah, no, not for me. Don't want to be doing this. Well, there is another man or a man who comes up. Okay, so some people are saying that she told Jessica she was going to course. Okay, good to know. I figured she was going in there to do something. You're right. M. Michaelis was watching it live, still funnier than crap, even muted. That is so true. That is very true. All right. So then this guy who has been identified, apparently, allegedly, it so seems, his name is Tom. And Jessica asked him to help. And let's take a little look at what happened.
Could you help me put this up real fast? Oh, it's just a sign. If you could help me, it's a sign. It says Scientology. It's just, yeah. Oh, you don't want. No. Oh, you can't. That was on camera. You just tried to hit me. That's not good. No.
That is typical Scientologist response. You attacked me. It's on video, you ding dong.
Oh, I got the camera. Yeah. Oh, you can do camera too. Come on.
Whipping out his camera tech.
It's a camera off. This is fun.
Don't you love it too, how long it takes him to get the phone going? I mean, that happens to me sometimes. I'm not judging. I am totally judging. I got to stop saying that. I am absolutely judging this man.
You didn't like my joke? You are a little bit slower, but that's okay. Yeah, I can't believe that was on camera. Come on, man. You don't want me to have to call 911 on you.
He finally gets it, and it looks like he's taking a picture of her license plate because, right, he probably wants to be clear that when the police pick him up that, yep, this is the vehicle of the young woman who I assaulted. Yes, this is it. Here's her license plate number in case you don't already know. What in the world, right? Terrible. Well, The drama continues. It turned into a whole thing, and you are not going to believe how I was surprised to see the reaction of some local police. We're going to get into that. My favorite part, which we're going to look at, is when this officer of the law tells Jessica, Scientology can be a little weird. Of course, we're like, what? Scientology? Weird? What? No, tell me more. So let's look. We got a few clips here to walk through exactly what happened.
Basically, we're going to go and try to go into the church.
They're definitely going to say, they're going to tell you, oh, he's not in here.
Yeah.
No, but he's in there.
We're going to try. But this church can be a little weird sometimes. So I don't know if
Clearly.
Do you hear that? The church can be a little weird sometimes. Yeah, that is an understatement. Correct. That's correct observation.
they're going to allow us in.
Well, I mean,
But I'm definitely going to try.
just raid the
Can you
place
pull
or
up the
something.
picture?
Yeah, he says, I'm not sure if they're going to let us in. And I love how Jess is pretty much like, do your job. Do your job. So I love that before he even really steps in there, he already knows that Scientology can be weird. He knows that and he acknowledges that. And that was a beautiful moment. It really was a beautiful moment. Tell me in the chat and tell me in the comments if you are catching this on the replay. I want to hear from you. Were you surprised to hear him say that? Because I was surprised to hear him say that. I mean, I know it's true. We all know it's true. And I'm glad that he said it. Honestly, I'm glad. So the police are there. They're outside, right? They take a statement report from Jessica Palmadessa on what happened.
So she did say his name was Tom, but we tried to talk to a security manager. We tried to talk to a manager at scene. They would not give us nothing. They didn't want to let us through. They didn't want to let us check. They didn't want to ask him out.
I'll sit here and wait all day for him to come out.
Well, they allegedly said that he left through the rear in the alley, but I can't prove that or disprove that.
I can disprove it because I've been watching to make sure.
Yeah, I know you were here when we
Yeah.
showed up.
And I was checking the doors like crazy.
But unfortunately, they were very uncooperative. They told
Well,
us
of course
to
they are.
bring a search warrant and then
A search warrant?
they were going to answer any more questions without an attorney. Yeah. So.
Did you hear that? So Scientology, the police go in, are basically like, hey, one of your people assaulted a young lady out there. Can you please bring him to the front of the building? Can you page him? Paging Tom, the assaulter, please come to reception and bring a pen and paper because you're going to need to write up your overage and withholds. No, they tell the police, get a warrant. Get a warrant. We're not talking to you anymore unless we have our attorney. That's not weird, right? No. And I agree. Someone said in the comments that should be merch. Scientology can be weird. Oh my goodness. That is saying it lightly. Really, truly, it is. Thank you, Zippy, for the reminder. If you all could hit that like button while you're in here, that would be hugely appreciated. Thank you. Oh my goodness. And then it gets weirder, right? Because we're already like, all right, first the man just does what he does. That is enough to be like, what is going on here? He attacks her. He goes inside. He hides out. The police are not allowed to search and look for him. Scientology won't bring him forward. They're harboring this man and hiding him from police and then mouthing off at the police, get a warrant, etc. Which, okay, let's be fair. That is their right to do that. But still. He also says at some point, and I don't recall if I have this in a clip, that it's difficult for them because they are a church on, you know, what they can do in going in there. He said something along those lines. I don't know the information behind that as far as law enforcement entering a church. I don't know. But check this out. People come out of the Scientology building, 2 young ladies and a woman, I am assuming is their mother. And they recognize Jessica Palmadessa, so they go and talk to her, and they share why they were there. Oh, this is new recruitment tech by Scientology. At least it's new to me. I had not heard this. And when they shared why they were there, how they got lured in, and then they ended up leaving. Ooh, you guys, hold on to your seat. Listen to this.
Did you guys see him in there?
Yeah, we saw him.
Is he still in there? He's still in there. These girls know me from social media, and I just showed them the picture, and they said he's in there.
I know. So that's why I was telling you that they were being difficult. And they weren't letting me through.
But he's in there.
Do you know his name?
No. He was just popping out in and out right there. It's our first time here. Dude, I swear. I was like, I see her. I was like, yeah. You know?
That's all.
But the model, can you discuss?
Yeah, they're just trying to get your money.
Starting with yourself.
I'm disappointed.
It's all right.
Is committed to your healing, well-being, and to help you reach your full potential.
Oh, they turned the music off. Yeah.
That's why we're like.
So this family, these two young ladies and the older woman, were there because they were told it was for modeling. It was to help them with their model walk and train them in modeling. They talk about that more in a later clip too. What? So Scientology is now putting out calls for models. And we keep saying this, at least I keep saying it. They are desperate to recruit new people, especially young people, because second, third generation Scientologists are on the internet and they are reading this and seeing this, and they're just more hip to it. And even if they are not yet blatantly gone and leaving due to family connections and things like that, because Scientology forces and practices disconnection, they know. Yep, they know. Fraud. You're right, Pixie. Complete fraud. I'm with you, Kim. It is outrageous. It is outrageous. Eric Rader says Scientology is drawing Latinos in with fake modeling BS. You have to, you ever hear of another church reduced to this kind of nonsense? Yes. It is so predatory and creepy. Totally creepy. Per Scientology audit shares, my friend was trafficked by a modeling company about 18 years ago. Is this where they're getting the idea? I don't know. But that is scary, and that is something that people need to be aware of. Definitely. Absolutely, definitely. And I hope those young ladies get the word out too in the community that Scientology is trying to recruit people by claiming that they're delivering services and trainings for models. They get you in the building, and then they get you. Then they try to recruit you, get you in for that personality test, have you hold those cans. All right. They're also, so this is all going on. They're looking for this guy. And what happens? Swatting call, of course. Multiple police had shown up. Multiple fire department had shown up. And even at one point, I heard somewhere an officer saying that they thought this was a distraction, because Scientology is famous for this. Let's create a distraction so we can sneak somebody out the back. Let's create a distraction so we can sneak them out the front. This is totally what they do. Totally what they do. So let's take a look. And this is from Scientology Audit Streets LA from William Good's stream.
Yeah, we're in the building. Get all guys out there. He's on fire.
They're gonna have a command center set up. Where's the ladder? We need a ladder to the roof. No, you don't have to run. I promise you. You don't have to. No, there's no smoke. You guys, it was swatting, guys. It's not real. No, you don't have to run. Slow down. No, you're gonna hurt yourself for no reason.
Can you believe it? At that point now, as I understand it, they had the doors covered because they were watching to see if this guy would leave and trying to figure out which vehicle was his. It got figured out, well, it amazes me how the chat figures stuff out so much faster than law enforcement. The chat figured out who he was, who his wife was. Dots were even being connected. Turns out that Aaron, growing up in Scientology, was still friends with the wife on Facebook. It just was all coming together. Yeah, Will's hilarious. Now, the officer was quite empathetic, I felt. And here he is talking again to Jessica Palmadessa.
They'll contact you for any further information. Okay. You know, I'm sorry that we couldn't do more, but
and the fact that he's sitting in there.
I know, unfortunately, because it is a church.
Yeah.
it's a little more difficult for us to just like push through and go keep looking for people.
Yeah.
Especially when we haven't identified them yet.
Okay. Yeah.
So I apologize. I'm sorry that happened to you. I mean, it was very uncalled for.
Yeah.
But we'll take the report, we'll document everything, and we'll go from there. Do you have any questions for me?
No, that's it. I'm waiting for him to come out, though.
If he does come out and you see
and I'm going to call back.
Yeah, give us a call
I
back.
will.
We'll stay in the area.
Okay.
Okay?
I appreciate you guys.
All right,
Thank
no
you.
worries.
I mean, that was nice. They were going to stay in the area because the protesters were keeping an eye on the doors, each of the doors. They were going around live streaming. So at least, yeah, it's nice that he's nice. It's nice that he's nice. Senderilli, to answer your question, have you heard of Eric Rader? He has a story and has started streaming. Very interesting. Yes. In fact, I think Eric's here in the chat. He commented earlier. I did have highlighted a few of his videos and definitely love that he is out there doing that and sharing about what he knows and helping to expose Scientology. It's fantastic. You know, I'm here for it. All right. So then the family that was in there due to the fake modeling scam leaves and tells Jessica Palmadessa even more. So let's take a look at that. This is them leaving, live in the parking lot.
So,
Man,
I mean, this is...
and don't bring your daughters back in here. That's bad.
No, never.
Never again.
it's a scam.
It's because we were in there for the water.
Yeah.
What's a modeling thing? What were they...
When you practice your walking.
So they're teaching
Oh
you
my
how to do runway walking? And they were trying to recruit you into it? Trying to get you to take a personality test or something?
Something like that, I don't know.
Oh my
I
God.
was like, no, we're gonna go.
Yeah. Wow, that's what the parking lot is for, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you don't need them. You don't need them.
LAPD has come
She goes, some models and they're all ugly.
You're going to make it. You don't need them.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, nice meeting you. Nice meeting you. Have a good night. Yeah.
Oh, that is so bothersome. Modeling. So traditionally, I mean, they're just preying on people's dreams and hopes. No different from the way they try to recruit people into Scientology through personality tests and finding out everybody has stress. I think it's safe to say that every single one of us has something going on in their life right now that brings some level of stress in varying degrees. It just, that's life. There are ups and downs. There are challenges that we deal with. And Scientology preys on that. They dig in, they train, they practice with each other doing a drill. They call it finding your ruin, finding out what's holding you back. At the celebrity center, they do this all the time with their acting classes. Come meet a producer, come meet a director, and they prey on that. Oh, these connections are going to help you break into modeling, acting, music, whatever it is. Then it's, oh, you know what? You could be a better model, actor, musician. If you did this course, if you did this Scientology auditing, it would really take you to the next level because and then they'll name off the remaining 3 Scientology celebrities. I don't even know what it is. I think they still have Nancy Cartwright, who is the voice of Bart Simpson, if you do not know. Huge donor to Scientology. Huge. All right. So cops tell Jessica that this perpetrator is hiding inside and that they know he's there, which is interesting because these young ladies who were there for the modeling came out and said they saw him in there, kind of like popping in and out. You know what? This, I think, is when Tory comes? Let me back up a little bit. Nope, she's gone by then. All right, we're skipping that one. I don't think that was the right clip. Let's see. Okay, so here's one where there's talk about like, was this swatting a distraction to get the guy out of the building? Was it? You guys tell me this, because this is something interesting to me because we've seen this. Do you guys remember the other day when we were talking about Portland and their weird blind tech where the order in which they close the blinds makes no sense? They close one blind, they walk past a few to go around the side of the building and close those. Here's what I think might be happening is there someone's, maybe even a VIP that needs to leave the building or come into the building. So they go around the other side knowing that Carrie Ann and others might follow, and then they sneak the people out. Tell me in the chat, tell me in the comments, do you think Scientology is using, for example, what happened last night with the swatting to be able to get people in and out of the building that they don't want seen? Tell me what you think.
He's got to assume every siren that comes anywhere around.
No, don't tell him. Don't tell him.
That was Dan Walks LA walking by. Great to see him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought we were going to have.
I know.
We're going to put it on top of your car.
Oh, God. All that for nothing.
They put up a few ladders. It was like a whole thing. They were going around. Let's see what you guys are saying. So Perth Scientology Audit is saying, LOL, I think they do the blinds like that and try to avoid being on camera. Yes, could be too. Lily, Morse code blinds. Ooh, didn't think about that. That's right. They could be opening and closing. Sending it up to Xenu. Send reinforcements. Send more body thetans. We need more body thetans. Could very well be. You just never know. You never know. But yeah, definitely they're definitely trying to hide their faces and not be on camera. We know that for sure. For sure. Let's take a look at, speaking of Portland, actually, let's take a little look at Rika's video. Speaking of hiding, peekaboo and blind tech. This was interesting. Oh, and just to kind of wrap it up with that last story, where they left off, it doesn't seem that the guy was located, but it seems pretty obvious that everyone knows who he is. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens today, what action is taken to even by the LAPD to track him down, because the information will be provided who he is. But no, as far as I know, they did not catch the guy yet, Spirit Dragon, but they know who he is. They know who he is. Beloved's bride, California may still have a sanctuary law on the books. That's true. If they do, you can seek sanctuary in a church. Oh, that just rubs me the wrong way, because once again, it's Scientology taking advantage of systems, things put in place to help legitimate religions, to help organizations too, even nonprofits that help people that are out providing services to the community. And that is something that Scientology, they don't do. They will rent out their parking lot. They will rent out space in their building for other people to come in and do those good works, but they're not actually doing it. They just then, get out the press release saying that they hosted it. Oh, we hosted this amazing food drive. We hosted this amazing event reuniting immigrants. No, you didn't. You rented out the space. The other organization came in and did it and did all the work. So you're not getting it. You're not getting it. You're not getting the credit for that. I wanted to, before we move on to the next clip here, because we're going to go over to Portland, I wanted to give a big happy birthday shout out to Liz Ferris. It's her birthday today. And yesterday, you guys, was Pearl Snappy's birthday. We're going to look at a little clip of what she did on her birthday. That's coming up soon. I don't know if you guys knew. So big happy birthday to Pearl Snappy yesterday, and a big happy birthday to Liz Ferris as well today. So if you're on the replay or you're in the chat, just give them some happy birthday love. Meanwhile, let's go over to Portland and look at what was happening. What was happening with the peekaboo? Peekaboo, peekaboo. This is funny because I think we literally made fun of this the other day, right? You can't see me. Peekaboo. Scientology peekaboo tech. Check it out. They're like, is she out there? Is she out there still? She's still out there? Do you see her? Jerry, tell me. Do you see her, Jerry? No, Karen, I don't see her. I mean, that was basically it. It's kind of weird. I mean, the front door is right there. Why don't you just look out the front door? Because it's less obvious to pull back a curtain and be looking, right? That's less obvious. That's not so obvious. That doesn't look weird. That's not strange at all. No, it's not. No, it's not. Even Nancy Drew's even saying, yeah, they creepy. They creepy AF. That is for sure. Oh, but you know what? Gives us something to talk about. It gives us something to talk about. Really points it out. If you have any doubt, or if anyone, I feel like all someone has to do is watch one episode of this Scientology recap, just one out of any of the many that we've done, and you will have an understanding of how culty Scientology is and what's really going on, what the deal is. Speaking of Nancy Drew, let's go over to Chicago. We're going to see where a college student shares how Scientology is trying to recruit kids. Big surprise. Scientology is trying to recruit kids. College students, which to me are kids. If you're younger than my children, you are a kid. And my oldest is 33. So that's a lot of people who aren't technically kids. But these college kids with free food, they're trying to lure them in with free food. And if you've ever had a kid in college or you were one yourself, you know, like that costs money. So you're always budgeting and, you know, just watching out. And anytime you can get fed for free, it's a good thing. This is so gross, you guys. But check it out. This is Nancy Drew's stream in Chicago.
Oh, yeah, the dorm? Okay, yeah. Right. They've been going in there a lot, I hear.
Yeah, especially with, like, very influential college students. So it's like, you know, if they're just, like, confused.
I'm just getting close for the microphone,
yeah.
sorry.
If they're getting confused and they don't know what they want to believe in, and the Scientologists come up and say, oh, hey, for this small amount of money.
Right.
When it's really millions and millions of dollars. We'll accept you into our religion, and you'll do all this, all that. Oh, and here's some free food for you college students. They know that we need to save money on food, so they offer us free food so we would go in. No, that's not gonna. It's not gonna work out. So.
Oh yeah, the dorm. Okay, yeah.
They seem to be pretty hip to it. Hopefully, all of them do. But you see the desperation within Scientology because they can't even recruit amongst their members anymore. It's drying up. It still happens. It still happens, but it is drying up. So now it's, oh, let's tell them that they can be models. Let's get them in that way. Well, let's get them in by feeding them. Let's do that. Let's do that. Now let's go take a look at Seattle. Moose on the Loose 38 was there and he had a conversation with a Scientologist before. What do you think happened? What do you think happened? Scientologist is having a conversation with a protester. It's going well. This conversation was benign too. It wasn't even really about Scientology. And what do you think happened? You guys know what happened. He gets dragged away by Scientology. Scientology comes out and just whisks that person away. What are you doing out here communicating? Yes, I know we trained you to confront and shatter suppression, but don't you be talking to anybody who is questioning Scientology. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be communicating. We can't have that. We cannot have that at all. And this was all caught on video by Moose on the Loose 38 in Seattle.
California?
No, what happened with that?
Well, she came up from California. She asked the little boy, "Does it ever stop raining in Seattle?" The little boy says, "How should I know? I'm only 9 years old."
Well, no, I'll tell you what. Y'all would know. I'm from the South, so we don't get the chill and the rain.
Oh yes.
And it is chilly and rainy here. Tell you that.
Yeah, you never know. 5 minutes later, it's different.
That's so
true.
Have you
seen Mount Rainier?
I have from afar.
Okay. So when Mount Rainier has a cloud cover on it,
we
call it a cap.
Yeah.
It's going to rain here.
You know, nothing crazy. They're talking about the weather. The guy told them a joke, right? Where's the problem? But watch.
Oh, rain here and rain here.
Hey, sir.
Can't talk to me. I'm a nice person. You can't talk to me.
Look how far away he is from the building, too.
Hope you saw that.
He was a good ways away from the building. So are they watching through the windows? Are they in there just watching on the cameras? Probably a little bit of both and all those things together. But he just comes out. What did he say? Hey, Joe. And he said, it sounded like he said, hello, sir. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear the word sir in there? Tell me in the comments if you're on the replay. Tell me in the live chat if you know. Because I listened to it a few times and it sounded to me like he said, hello, sir, which makes me wonder, is the guy a Sea Organization member? Though he was not dressed like one. Staff members don't call their senior sir, at least not in my day. Back in my day. Gather round. Back in my day. We didn't call staff members. When you were on staff, you didn't call each other sir, but you do in the Sea Organization, male or female. If they are senior to you, that person is addressed as sir or their post title, what their job title is. Although then still usually with sir as well. Okay, good. So you guys heard sir. Makes me wonder if he's not a Sea Organization member. Sent out to just grab him. Don't be talking to people. Don't be out there having pleasant conversations about the weather. This is Scientology. We have a planet to clear. We have to get to Target 2 and join L. Ron Hubbard. Yes, we do. We need to be getting it on, moving on, moving on. We have a lot to do. Come on, Joe. Ooh, poor Joe. I feel for him. I feel for him. Okay, note. There is a protest coming up in Phoenix. We're going to take a look at some information for that. Let's see. This is so cute. I thought this was really cute. Check it out, you guys.
Hey folks, Dusty here with the latest scoop on our Phoenix protest saga. We finally got our hands on those sweet t-shirts courtesy of Natalie at Life After a Cult and Oh No Nora.
Love that. Those are our new long sleeve SPTV, never in Scientology, but all in on bringing down the cult.
Plus, Shadow and her mom swooped in from LA today. Talk about reinforcements. Now, as far as our grand entrance at the org, we will be there between 3 and 4 this Thursday, April 11th. Let's just say it's going to be epic. Oh, and about these selfies? Well, that was a comedy of errors. Nearly took a nosedive off the balcony trying to get the perfect shot. Mom's arms aren't as steady as they used to be, apparently. But hey, we managed to snag one decent pic amongst the chaos. Oh, and before I forget, I've got a secret surprise friend joining us. Trust me, you're all gonna love it. Come on down and join us if you can. See you soon. Bye.
So let's see. Was there a flyer in here?
Hey, folks.
I'm not sure. We got to go back, but that's happening. I do believe, did she say it in there? Was it the 11th? I do believe it was this Thursday, the 11th. That is in Phoenix. Oh, so cute. I love it so much. And how do you just not love the dogs? When you can involve dogs in protesting, I feel that it just takes it to the next level. Warms my heart. All right. Now, speaking of birthdays and Pearl Snappy, as we were talking about early, her birthday was yesterday. Liz Ferris's birthday is today. Pearl Snappy went out and got a tattoo for her birthday, but it was a very special one in honor of KK. And if you don't know, KK was protesting with Pearl Snappy in Austin and was tragically killed by somebody who was texting and driving. And KK had drawn up some stuff. And I think, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this was a design that KK was working on. This is Pearl Snappy, and I do believe Selfless Self is with her as well.
So it's got KK in the tail, the name of her bike, and then he's like kind of winding up to like put the smack down.
Super Squirrel, smack it down. It's pretty great.
That's so great. Now, if you go over, I don't have a clip of Selfless Self, but I think he got the same tattoo. Did you guys see it? Tell me in the chat. Tell me in the comments if you're catching this on the replay. I think he got the same tattoo. I saw a quick glimpse of him getting a tattoo. Did Selfless Self get the same tattoo? Do you guys know? You'll tell me. We will keep an eye out for that. It was fantastic. So link down below to the full clip from that. Pearl Snappy has video as well of Selfless Self getting a tattoo. I just didn't see what it was at the end, but people are saying Allie's mom is saying yes. So I think that he did. Okay, Nancy Drew too. He did get the same tattoo. How fun is that? We're going to be chatting with Pearl Snappy probably tomorrow morning here on the recap. She's going to share some news of what is happening this weekend in Austin. So there's a lot coming up, right? We've got a protest happening in Phoenix. If you were in the area, you may want to connect with them. That's Thursday. And I know that in Austin, there's flag graduation on Friday, as there is flag graduation at almost every Scientology organization, in case there's one near you. And there's an event coming up this weekend that Pearl Snappy is going to share about, that she and other live streamers and protesters are going to be at, including, I do believe, Dan Walks LA is going to be in Austin. I heard him say it on his video earlier, so I know that we can shout that out. At the same time, Tony and I are going to be heading out to Clearwater to protest Scientology at the flag buildings, where I've not been back there since I left Scientology. I went nearby to that Starbucks years ago, but didn't actually go in front of the Scientology buildings. So I'm looking forward to that. We are also going to be enjoying a lot of just relaxation, fun, meeting new friends, hanging out, doing all the things that way, just taking some time to just breathe and protest Scientology, because that makes me incredibly happy. And my Tony too. He loves it. You guys should just, well, I guess you did see him in Chicago. He just doesn't, he loves it. He's great at it. Absolutely great at it. So there's going to be so much to keep an eye on, things we need to keep a lookout for. Sam Robb, thank you so much for that. Grandpatology done messed up. You must be talking about Tom the Assaulter. Surrounded by Scientology. Hey, George, thank you so much for that. Pre-Natalie planning continues. Sore and sunburnt. So you must be sore and sunburnt, George, from that skiing. Didn't you just do we loved seeing you, by the way, in Denver with Scientology Audit, with Denver Scientology Audit, seeing you there with Jay. That was absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to seeing you and meeting you as well, George. It is going to be a lot of fun. So you want to make sure, one, make sure you like this video. Do me that solid. Secondly, check your subscribe button. Go ahead and hit it and set your notification bell, because in the coming days, there's going to be some popping up. And hopefully those notifications work. We are really looking forward to it, truly. Because like I said, being here every day with you guys on YouTube and working to expose Scientology is my happy place. It is completely my happy place. I'm so thankful that we are doing this. Vintage Mama of 3 says Danny and Leah are heading to Clearwater Wednesday. Are you sure? Because I heard that that got canceled. So we'll find out. I will reach out to them and find out. It is going to be a ton of fun all over the place. All over the place. In Austin too. I'm really excited about the people who are going to Austin and seeing them together and doing what they're going to be doing. It's so much fun. So much fun. All right, guys, that is what I have for now. Let's see if I missed anything there. I think that's everything that we have starred. So you guys got, you know what to do. Like, subscribe. Oh, link down below to the Facebook page. We have a Facebook group for Scientology, Life After a Cult. It's a great place to, if you want to do a little after the show, talking about what we talked about, coordinating with each other, or just finding more community. It's a way to find more community. Just go to Facebook and search Scientology, Life After a Cult. Be sure to check out the merch shop, because we've got some really fun, like I said, SPTV Never In Wear. We're doing it in the long sleeves, the t-shirts, the hoodies. I've got some of my own merch that I'm bringing, and I'm going to be wearing in Clearwater as well. I've been wearing it all over the place. I love it. I love it. There's also the IRS protest coming up. That's right, Goosebump. I know on my community page, if you go to the community page and you scroll down a little bit, you will see all of the information on the upcoming IRS protest as well. So tons of stuff going on, tons of stuff. There are new streamers. I'm hearing from people each day. If you see something, say something. Natalie at lifeafteraccult.com. Send me a timestamp. When you send me a video, please note the time that I'm looking at. If it's something that you think would be a great share, something's happening, something to share, let me know the timestamp. If it's less than a minute, you can send a clip as well. If it's an article, just send the link. Maybe just tell me what I'm looking at. Now, let's see here. You know what? I think that's it. So keep an eye out. Hopefully I still have an interview with Tory MAGOO later today. We're going to talk about the program Scientology wrote to get rid of her from the protest movement. It was a whole program, and we're going to go through it. I need to get confirmation from Tory still. Also supposed to sit down with Apostate Alex today, but I've not heard back on the time. He did say he could do a live stream today. Waiting to hear on the time. Hopefully I'll hear back from him, and we can do that as well today. That's why it's important to keep that notification bell lit up so you know what's happening. Okay, everybody, get out there and have the most amazing cult-free day.